Hey guys, Jack reporting for Push.co.uk, and we'll be taking a look at another early access game. This game is called Next Car Game by Bugbear Entertainment, one of my all-time favourite developers responsible for the Flatout series, not Flatout 3 before some naysayers go, oh, Flatout 3 was the most appalling game ever created. It wasn't actually made by Bugbear, it was made by a team called Team 6. And yes, it is awful, but the original 3 Flatout games, 1, 2 and Head On, are actually very good. And as a result, Bugbear have a very special place in my heart. Very good developers. They also recently did the reboot of Ridge Racer Unbounded, which I very much enjoyed, although it wasn't really Ridge Racer. It was sort of flat out trying to be more street credible, I guess. But it did work. It was actually very fun to play, and I did enjoy it. And they've also made a freemium game by the name of Driftopia, which I probably won't be checking out because I'm not really a fan of those type of models. But Next Car Game looks to be something very special indeed. Now, what we have here is only a tech demo and a sort of racing tech demo as well. There's like a physics demo and a racing demo. And you're going to be seeing some footage here of both of them. So in the racing demo, you've obviously got a selection of like 2 tracks. That's either tarmac, you have 3 tracks even. You've got Destruction Derby, classic Destruction Derby, a gravel track, and a tarmac track. And you get 2 cars to play with, one from America and one from Europe. The handling is a bit weird. It's quite floaty actually, but it's not really, the racing's not really the point of the game. It sounds really weird, but it's actually, the point of the game is to just crash into as much stuff as you can, really. The physics on this game are incredible. There's a lot of particle physics going on here, but as a result, you will see some pretty hefty frame rate dips. I mean, I'm running an 8-core processor here, with a 3GB 7950 graphics card, which is a pretty commendable graphics card. I will be upgrading to a GTX 780 pretty soon, but you know, it's still a pretty beefy machine, and I was getting low 20s maybe in the frame rates. You probably won't see it so much in the videos because I've smoothed out the footage, but it does have some pretty major frame rate dips that probably need to be adjusted, especially with the game in such a sort of early state right now. There's actually not that much content. I'm worried that if they start adding more content in, it's going to become a harder game to run. This is sort of a basic thing that you see notice with free-to-play games that add more and more content. TF2, for example, used to run absolutely flawlessly on just about everything from like 2003, and now you actually need a fairly decent rig to get it working completely smoothly due to all the particle effects and stupid hats that they've added over the years. So yeah, stuff like that. It's a bit of a warning sign that the thing is the game is a bit unoptimized, but hopefully Bugbear will find a way of sorting it out without, you know, toning down the amount of physics too much, because the physics on display are absolutely fantastic, and graphically this game is very impressive indeed. They probably could do with tightening the steering up in the game, obviously, because it is a racing game, but it's just so much fun crashing into people, and they've nailed that just right. I mean, it's more fun than Flatout was, and Flatout was really, really, really fun indeed. It was a slower game than Burnout, but it was more enjoyable and fun. I haven't noticed people flying out the cars yet. I'm not sure if that's included, but definitely the title as well. Next Car Game is very weird, and like I said, this is a very early access title. You can pick it up on Steam, but it's in alpha. Just remember, very pre-alpha. But yeah, talk about the actual second part of the game. You get a tech demo. This is actually just a sort of playground where you get to test out the physics, and there's like sort of different scenarios, and you can transform into a floating block firing machine. Yes, that needs to be in the main game, Bugbear. If you're watching this, that needs to be in the main game. The ability to float around and fire cubes on the opposition. That's a good idea. That needs to be in the main game. It's very fun. But yeah, you know, this has got a ton of promise to it, and yeah, very graphically intensive game as well. But it runs all right. I can play it. It's just, you know, these frame rate dips are a bit strange. But it's probably because of the amount of particles on display. It is really, really quite something in terms of like the damage collision is also fantastic as well. Anyway, you know, that's pretty much covered it. My name is Jack. I was reporting for Push.co.uk. If you want to find out some more information on this game, as well as game reviews and news, that's updated very much daily by the very dedicated team over there, please check out Push.co.uk. There is a link in the description below, and I'll see you next time.